Okay, gang, so this is the new Beyond the Walk Around Concerns Journal that I said would be out here very shortly, and it finally is. Now, what is this really going to do for us, and what's its purpose? Well, this is kind of neat because it's different. I know, where's the app, where's the electronic device, what have you. I've always been a firm believer, and yes, I'm a little older, but in writing things down and learning that way. And the more you write things down, I think the more retention that you do have, and the more you're able to utilize these counters. So the Beyond the Walk Around Concerns Journal is a place to do that. Now here's what's interesting about this. Now this will be $14.95. I asked the folks at Amazon if they could print this out for me. They did a great job, and it's very similar format to Beyond the Walk Around. So we have we have that going. But here's the interesting thing. It comes in a nice package. I'd actually gone to an office supply store and took a look at journals and what they call them reports on the front. They're nice, they're leather bound, but $25, $30 for just a book full of lines. And this is much more than that. So this will have your introduction, purpose of the journal, definitions. There's a lot more to this. But at any rate, let's just get started. What do we do here? Let's take this off of here. The consultant, you go ahead and fill this information out. Again, I know this is novel, right? Facility, okay. Your dealership. Address 123 Main Street, what have you. Any town. USA. Whatever state you live in, phone number, email. This is a neat little quote here, as I've said in Beyond the Walk Around. Come to work with the knowledge that you're among the best in the world at what you do. If you cannot, study, read, and practice till you can. This journal will help you do that. So we move forward. Here's an introduction to it. Gives you an idea of why it was done, the foundation of Hamilton sales training, and that is to pursue customer comfort, consultant confidence, practice feigned indifference, utilize market-based pricing philosophy and the technique. So that's all there for you. And it gives you an idea of what all that is about. So it gives you the purpose of this, and I think we're talking about that right now. It gives you an example page. It gives you a little chart of the technique. But the example page, and it's a little small, but this is what I put in there. But we're going to do one right here for you just to give you an idea of what there is to it. But here's the really cool part. This defines a lot of the terminology that we use through Beyond the Walk Around and Hamilton Sales Training. So this is really, really cool. So this gives you a good background in that. So it's not just a bunch of lines in a book that you write in and log. There's a lot more to it than that. So we go through this market-based pricing philosophy, and then you get into price concerns. Okay, so for instance, you have something like this. The price of this for this vehicle is more than I think the vehicle is worth. Because remember, we drilled down to that, and that's mentioned near the introduction at the beginning of this journal. Is that when you say that, you mean it's more you think the vehicle's worth and more you want to spend a day. Okay, so in this case, so actually if the customer says the price of this vehicle is more than I think the vehicle's worth, we respond, actually this vehicle with the similar equipment is selling very well for just a bit more than this. This goes back to market-based pricing philosophy. We can go ahead and log our notes, dates, even specific customers if you want. You can utilize third-party examples. We talked about that just last week, not too long ago, just the other day. That's the way you begin a third-party example. And you can go from there. But just for instance, we go all the way to the end of this, and this gives you all the main counters to objections that are in Beyond the Walk Around and that we've been talking about for a long, long time. But might there not be more? Might there be more that do come up during the course of a presentation or your career that you want to go ahead and note and log and come up with your own? Also kind of interesting here is that you have a place for your own response or counter for the same concern. So you have that here for you as well. Now here's some blank ones. So let's just say you have a concern. A customer says that I've heard that all of your vehicles are overpriced. Something very similar. It's not in this. We haven't used it before. Okay, so let's put it in right here. I've heard that all of your vehicles are overpriced. Now, you can even notate Mr. Smith said this on 11/1, okay, date, whatever, and notate that. Now, you have to come up with a response, or what did you use? Was it effective or not? So let's take a look. Well, I can't speak to the past, so let's try that. Let's say you did this. Well, Mr. Smith, I can't speak to the past. Okay, but we are completely, or what we have, but this is similar to another counter that we have, but we have completely restructured our pricing in order to dominate this market, or in order to capture, how about we use this? Let's say you used a different word, capture more market share. Okay, so those are your words. Okay, so again, you can use that, put the same thing with the results. Okay, put the results. Say, I added warm fuzzies. We talked about warm fuzzies. Okay, everyone is important to us, and we don't want to miss you. Okay, this is one that we use a lot, but everyone is important to us, and sorry for the terrible handwriting, and we don't want to miss you. Okay. Then I added so tell me, and this is what maybe you have done, what would you change about your last experience here? There's a good one. Okay, so we use that. You can use a third-party example as well. You can take a look at just last week. We had a local woman who had the same perception. Okay, so just last week, I met a local woman who had the same perception. This is really bad now. Okay. I showed her how all of our pre-owned vehicles are now priced to market. So I showed her how all of our pre-owned vehicles are priced to market, or market-based priced. And we talk about that quite a bit. And she bought the car that day. Okay, so this is something that you can utilize. You can write down when you used it again. But let's take a look at this. Okay, so you decided that you wanted to add this concern that a customer had. I've heard that all of your vehicles are overpriced. Well, what did you say? You told Mr. Smith, well, I can't speak to the past, but we completely restructured our pricing in order to capture more market share. And we did that for you. You added warm fuzzies. Everyone is important to us. We don't want to miss you. So then I added, so tell me, what would you change about your last experience here? And then we addressed those things. Also, I was able to use a third-party example. You know, Mr. Smith, just last week, I had a local woman who had the same perception. So you're not alone. I showed her, though, that all of our pre-owned vehicles are now priced to market or market-based price. And she bought the car that day. The value was there. So these are opportunities, closing opportunities, and this is what you can utilize in this concerns journal. It's very, very cool. And there are sections for price concerns, trade-in concerns, okay, and then also payments as well. So we get to payment concerns. Then we talk about a few other things. Okay, we talk about a few other things at the end, reputation, and also an introduction to another project that we're starting with, new concerns. So you can have brand new concerns. You can put this concern back here at the back of the book as well, and make notes, additional notes. And then a conclusion, and then the next project that we're starting. So I hope you like it. Again, it's $14.95 on Amazon, and it should be right next to the actual book, Beyond the Walk Around, which I think is $16.95 right now. You can purchase the ebook on the website, HamiltonSalesTraining.com. There's a number of different things, and obviously stay tuned or subscribe to this YouTube channel, and there are going to be a lot of great other things coming out. But again, we're just a little bit behind, but the videos are being produced and everything else is being written. There's about 4 or 5 projects going on right now, so I'm grateful for all the patience. And quite frankly, in 2019, I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you out in the market because we'll be coming out and doing some seminars. So very excited about that prospect as well. But anyway, I hope you have a great day. Again, Beyond the Walk Around Concerns Journal is available, so please pick it up on Amazon. And good selling. Hope to see you very shortly. Have a great day. And again, contact me at rob@hamiltonSalesTraining.com, or please give me a call. Please call anytime, 815-988-1297. I'd love to have any questions that you might have, any thoughts, any examples, any stories, and I'll go ahead and try to share them on the podcast. The podcasts are available on my website, also Buzzsprout, iTunes, and a bunch of other places are picking them up. So very excited about that. A lot of good things happening in our business, and it's just going to escalate. So be a part of it, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.